Hey, 2 o'clock in the morning. We had this idea that before the episode drops, we were going to record and say our ideas or theories on what's going to happen in the next 2 episodes. So, here's my theories on what's going to happen in the final 2 episodes of Hazbin Hotel Season 2. So, some of these things that I have are basically just ideas that I know aren't going to happen, but I would still love to see them anyways. Especially as a writer myself, I would love to see this story be explored. This one idea I have is that I would love to see Lute kill Vaggie and become a fallen angel, and then Vaggie reappear redeemed in heaven and being an angel, to see the contrast of, what happened. Not only would it be amazing to see like retribution for what happened, everything that happened, Vaggie could be the new captain of the guard, and that would like kind of flip the script and basically redeem everything that happened. Not only would she become kind of a number two to Sarah, sort of, but also would be able to travel back down and kind of act as a bridge of peace between hell and heaven. It would also be amazing to see Lute appear wherever, or at least fall to wherever Adam went to. Because if he's still alive, he's probably turned into a sinner or a demon of sorts. At least that's one theory that I had a long time ago. As for other parts of the story, I would like to see, obviously, Vox is going to fall. I believe it will be because, as Alistair franks on his lack of a team leader ability, tightening the tension between the V's, they will fall apart and fight in between each other. And at some point, either that will kill them indirectly or they will kill each other. I'm not entirely certain if they're going to die, but they will fall in some manner. Charlie Bum is the next person closest to being redeemed, and it would be amazing to see a second person be redeemed. I don't think Angel Dust is going to be next. Could be, as a redemption for everything that happened with the hotel, with what was revealed in the latest episode. I'm not going to say for people who haven't seen, but for everything because of that, he could sacrifice himself, which might redeem himself and land him in heaven. At that point, Husk would also be the next closest person to being redeemed after him. With how close Cherry Bomb is to being redeemed, I don't know if it's going to happen this season or next one. But she wants to be in heaven because Penchus is there. They want to be together, and I feel like that in of itself could lead to radical life changes. Viv also said that this season was going to involve a lot more of the other circles, a lot more of her other story happening within this Helliverse. And I would like to say that some parts of the other circles would be involved. I haven't seen Hell of a Boss yet, surprisingly. But I would like to see, maybe that impacting, or whatever is happening here, impacting the Hell of a Boss world a little bit more. And when you think about the V's falling, that means their entire news network, every piece of information, technology, and basically networking is just going to shatter, which will leave, I can't imagine how they would continue on after something like that falling, like their world, their verse, because basically Vox Tech was literally the entire communication network. Basically, he was their social media, their news, their information, probably even their gaming and whatever else entertainment they had, their society's backbone. And if that falls, I'm not entirely certain where they would be able to move on from that. Maybe they'd move on into an era of truth where they'd actually seek the hotel for redemption because they don't know what's going on anymore. Maybe Alistair will step up in terms of being the person who tells the news. Unlikely. As for Alistair, I can imagine him attempting to fix his cane. I don't know if this plan, whatever it is going to work. I can imagine that it probably fails because it's not the way that Rosie wanted, and whatever happens isn't going to fix his cane or heal him. Although maybe he could end up throwing away his plan for something and end up getting his cane fixed in the end. Maybe. I don't know. We got 2 30-minute episodes left. I don't know what all is going to be able to fit into it. I have a feeling that this scientist is somehow going to get involved with... Obviously, he's going to get involved. I don't know what role he will play. He seems important enough that we keep having cuts back to him. This Baxter. I don't know what's going to become of him. He doesn't seem on the path to redemption. He doesn't seem to really even care about anything that's happening. He would probably watch the entire world burn and he'd still be doing his experiments. I don't know what role he has to play, but we keep cutting back to him, and that's a little bit odd and suspicious to me. So I think that I have covered every combination of characters. I know I'll probably remember something somewhere down the line, but at that point it'll be too late. So yeah, basically as a recap, Lute sneaks off, somehow kills Vaggie. She becomes an angel. Lute becomes a fallen angel. Vox, the V's, try fighting, but Alistair splits them up, makes them infight, and they fall. Charlie and the hotel attempt to stop whatever insurrection is going on. Probably the people will be angrier than their leaders who riled them up. But as soon as everything settles with the V's, their rabble probably will settle too. There will probably be several reunions in hell or heaven with characters who have been redeemed or haven't been. And I would like to say that Alistair gets his power back. Honestly, I can't think of much else. So yeah, just let me know what you think. That's my theories. Bye-bye.